Marcus Sullivan's hands trembled as he stared at the crumpled letter on his mahogany desk. Outside, rain lashed against the 47th floor windows of his corner office, but the storm in his chest felt fiercer. Just 9 words from a homeless man had shaken everything he thought he knew about success. "Can you read this letter? It's very important." Just hours earlier, Marcus had been the man who had it all worth $3.2 billion. 3 homes across continents, and the ruthless reputation of a corporate giant. But his empire was cracking. His latest acquisition was bleeding money. Shareholders were furious. His wife had served him divorce papers, and his son hadn't spoken to him in years. That afternoon, drenched in rain and frustration, Marcus had decided to walk instead of taking his limousine. That choice led him to an old veteran in a wheelchair under a scaffolding. The man's name was Walter Jenkins. His jacket was torn, his hands shook, and his eyes carried years of pain. He handed Marcus an envelope wrapped in plastic, explaining it was a letter his daughter had written before dying of cancer at 12. Walter never learned to read. For 15 years, he had carried that letter, hoping someone would give him his daughter's voice back, but no one had stopped until Marcus. With trembling hands, Marcus opened the letter. Inside were crayon drawings and uneven handwriting filled with love. Sarah's words were simple yet eternal. "Daddy, remember that kindness is the most important thing. Promise me you'll always be kind, because kindness is magic that never dies. I love you more than all the stars." By the time Marcus finished reading, both men were weeping. Walter wept for the daughter he lost, while Marcus wept for the man he had become. In those words, he saw everything he had, traded away, family dinners missed, employees discarded like numbers, his son Michael growing up without him. That little girl's letter was not just for Walter, it was for Marcus too. That night, Marcus took Walter to dinner, over sandwiches and coffee. Marcus listened to Walter's story, his service in Vietnam, his wife's death, his struggles on the streets. For the first time in decades, Marcus shared his own story, to the emptiness of being rich but utterly alone. And in that moment, something inside Marcus shifted. 6 months later, the world was shocked by Marcus Sullivan's transformation. The billionaire who once crushed communities was now building them. Instead of shutting down the small-town newspapers he had acquired, he poured millions into saving them and creating jobs. He launched the Sarah Jenkins Foundation to support literacy programs, homeless veterans, and struggling families. Walter Jenkins became its first board member and Marcus's closest advisor. But Marcus didn't just change his business, he changed his life. He reconciled with his son Michael, spending weekends fishing instead of drowning in reports. He sold off his luxury mansions, keeping one modest home and donating the rest to housing charities. Even his ex-wife, seeing the genuine change, agreed to counseling. Every day, Sarah's letter sat framed on his desk. Copies were given to all his employees with a message: Kindness is the most important business strategy we have, and remarkably, the company thrived. Profits grew, loyalty deepened, and Marcus realized what he should have known all along: kindness wasn't weakness. It was strength. On the anniversary of that rainy day, Marcus sat on Walter's balcony as the sun set. Walter smiled, saying, "I carried Sarah's letter for 15 years, thinking it was only for me. But maybe it was meant for you too." Marcus nodded, knowing Sarah's magic had touched them both. From that moment forward, Marcus lived with peace he had never known before. Not the peace of power or wealth, but the peace of giving, of reconciling, of choosing kindness. 9 words from a homeless man. One little girl's letter had made him richer than billions ever could.